All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Ready. 45, Mike, 45. Hey, defense, let's go. Hit it.
Ito Smith, his first carry. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Joel Davis, 77 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. We thought that may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Here we go. Set, 8, read. You're not ready. You're not ready. Check 43. 61. Match spot.
On first down, Love. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
He's coming hard. He's coming, double up.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
On the ready. Come on, 54, Check. Walk 54. Here it comes.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That sack was by Isaiah Oliver from his cornerback position.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Ready? Throwing again. Costello. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. J.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Red, 60, orange, 54, white, 54. Check back, check back. Check safety. H3, 2, 18. Ready, go.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Love. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. From 21 yards away, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and take. Successfully.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. To throw on second down. Costello. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Costello. He's got Smith here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
65, 65, 65. Check 13, check 13. Greystone, travel. 42's the mark, 42's the mark. Be driven.
Off play action. Costello. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked off at the 38. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Jones. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 50, let's go.
On first down, it's Allen. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Hey, switch gears.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, wahoo!
To throw again. Costello. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the curve, watch the curves.
From the gun, Costello. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Calvin Ridley. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
60 or. Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down. Costello. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Ready, set.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, their last two drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? Second sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get one. That's memorable. Two? Hello.
He dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Second and long. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Tackle made at his own 9-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Hey, 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Man, I got you. Go.
Operating from the gun. Love. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin White leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here we go.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Looking to throw. Costello. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. On third down, Costello. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Off the play fake. Love. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On second down, it's Allen. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
He completes it to Evans. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. They come up in an offset eye.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move, set, go. Fourth down, even. 45, Mike, 45. Get that quarterback and all talk.
They'll run. This is Allen. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Second and goal from the 1.
56. I'm going to come back to you. I'm ready to go.
They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. One receiver to the left is Evans. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? Back to throw. Love. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans in the final seconds of the first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready up.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. He got 29 yards that time.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 23. Looking to throw. Love. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Watch the 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Set hut.
They'll run with Allen. And an alley to run. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing on first down. Costello. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
Okay, ready. Check 45 to Mike. Drop deep. Ready, go. 45 to Mike. We ain't giving up nothing today.
On first and 10, Love. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be second and 12.
We all now. Check. Fresno.
On the carry, this is Scott. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go. 50. Wait. Come on here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
From the gun on third down. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Ito Smith, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third
Down.
and 7.
90, Wolf. To the mic. Hey, exit. Mike 42. All day.
From the gun, Costello. And it's complete. Hooper. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's good for 28 yards.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Hey, Foxtrot. Hey, rock it now.
On first down, Costello. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw. Costello going up top. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 45 to Mike.
Operating from the gun. Costello, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White, his second sack of the night.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. "34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Off-play action. Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And the Falcons grab it. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball. Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
They'll run it again with Smith. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Going for the deep ball. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 11.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They start the drive with a give to Allen. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Looking to throw. Love. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a carry for Allen. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run on 1st down. Allen, and he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Just stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
A gain of 3, second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
64, weak.
On 3rd down, Allen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. That one 28 yards on the ground.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Costello. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Costello. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawk.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, 46 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but This one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go,
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 50,
The 24-yard line.
Footer, ready, go.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Bucs, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.